Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Investing Bros Morning News Show. There's no T-Shroom, so no fancy editing, no fancy gimmicks. It is just me, Tim, but we still got a decent amount to talk about. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in and run through our little market update here and take a look at what's happening this morning. Let's do a quick refresh here and take a look. Today is Tuesday, and we will be getting at 10 a.m. our JOLTS job openings. This, of course, will have some impact on potentially what we see happen in the future with Jerome Powell and the Fed. So make sure you pay attention to what happens there. More than likely, that will be covered during Army Piper's new show. He's going to be going live today on YouTube, Piper Academy. Go ahead and check him out. Let's keep moving forward, refreshing some of the pages and see what else is happening. 71.6% chance, that's slightly a tick up from yesterday when we were down to 69, that we are going to go ahead and get another pause here in November. Now, still have some time, almost an entire month until we get that decision. But for now, it is looking like a positive one. Let's refresh this and look at liquidations in the last 24 hours. Looking green this morning, and you guys know when it's green, that means more longs were liquidated than shorts. Hence the reason why prices have gone down. That means we have $23 million worth of longs liquidated versus only 7 million shorts for Bitcoin. Pretty much the same story on Ethereum, 26.6 million longs liquidated, but only 1.35 million shorts. So prices are definitely going down this morning, kind of what we anticipated. We'll talk a little bit more about that in some of our stories. Bitcoin Fear Ingredient Index. The ads are always a fun one here on the Bitcoin Fear Ingredient Index. We're sitting squarely in neutral, same place we were yesterday at 50. So not too good, not too bad necessarily. Let's take a look at Coin Market Cap this morning. We've freshened our page. Bitcoin down 2.4% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum down almost double, down 4.2%. Let's see if there's any other big gainers. XRP down 2.4%, BNB down 2.3%. Solana technically up 0.05%, but still, green is green. Let's see what else do we have. Cardano down 2.2%. Any other big gainers of our top 20? Shiba Inu, we have a story actually about them. They're down 3.18%, but they have a positive story. They're heading the right direction. Chainlink down almost 4%. That looks like the bigger loser of the top coins. But Bitcoin SV, BSV up 8%. Gala up 5%. Those are pretty much our only gainers. You guys can see the number 3 spot is a stable coin followed by Solana, which kind of hovering between red and green at the moment. So not a lot of gainers in the last 24 hours. A lot of losers, though. Pepe down 10% after being one of the top movers here a couple days ago. They are the largest mover. Sui down the same. They were a big mover a couple days ago. Now they're down almost 8%. Thorchain down 7%. Compound down almost 7%. ApeCoin continuing to just get pummeled down 6.36%. They are way more often in the top losers than they are the top gainers. That is what we have here for our market open. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the big stories we're going to be looking at today. The first one, of course, the big one people have been waiting for almost an entire year, but the trial of former cryptocurrency star Sam Bankman-Fried starts today in Manhattan. He's facing a lot of different charges. We'll cover some more of that tomorrow when T-Shroom is back. But in case anyone didn't know, today is the day that is starting. I told you there was going to be some SHIB news. SHIB on the verge of hitting a massive milestone. The total number of transactions that they have had here recently, let me zoom in here just a little bit, approximately 3.3 million. And then the number of wallet addresses has also been gradually rising. The latest data shows the figure is more than 1.25 million. So SHIB making a hard push to become the go-to meme coin, maybe trying to outdo Doge. They're really trying to speed everything up, make it easy for transactions. Of course, yesterday we got the news that Honda was accepting payments in cryptocurrency, and one of the ones listed as the top ones was Shiba Inu. So listen, I've been a critic in the past. I'm not the biggest fan of meme coins, but SHIB making some moves and showing some results. You got to respect it. Let's move into the world of Bitcoin here, guys. There was a tweet that came from supposedly Satoshi Nakamoto. He resurfaced after 5 years with a cryptic message for Bitcoin. Here is what's coming. I don't know if you guys saw this. This was his tweet right here. He said, Bitcoin is a predicate machine. Over the following months, we shall explore different aspects that were not explicitly contained within the white paper. These aspects are all... Oh, I got to change it up here. All right, guys. My bad. Hit show more, but here we go. These aspects are part of Bitcoin and are important. Some of these ideas were touched upon in the early years. Now is the time to extrapolate and explain. This is... Here we go. Twitter with our... This isn't the real Satoshi Nakamoto, creator of Bitcoin. It's account related to Craig Wright, who claims to be Satoshi. All right, so here we go. So anyone who saw this tweet yesterday, who we knew this was not Satoshi Nakamoto, but people were falling for it. People clarifying this tweet was attached to Craig Wright, of course, the guy who claims to be Bitcoin and kind of overwhelmingly just a lunatic. But hopefully none of you guys fell for that. Hopefully none of you actually thought that the real Satoshi Nakamoto comes on Twitter. I think the other day he only had 25,000 followers, so he has gained almost 40,000 new followers. This account has, at least. But even that, let's say we had 63 the other day, the real Satoshi Nakamoto would have a lot more followers on Twitter than just that. So don't fall for the trap. That's not the real Satoshi Nakamoto. Honestly, don't even know how he got the check for that. Interesting how that works out. Let's keep moving on, though, to something that I think is very, very interesting, something that we've kind of speculated on here on the Investing Bros. Did whales push Bitcoin above 28,000? Here is what happened. All right, so we have a couple things I want to kind of go through. All right, are we going to let me scroll here? Nope, clearly not. All right, got to zoom back out. I don't know why. All right, here we go. Sentiment on-chain data vendor has noticed several massive Bitcoin transactions conducted by whales right before the price of the flagship digital currency briefly managed to recover 28,000. So we see whales moving stuff off the exchange. Sentiment noticed that just prior to Bitcoin's 5.48% jump to the 28,500 zone, whales withdrew a great deal of Bitcoin from exchanges and into self-custodian wallets. There were 4 transfers in total, and per Sentiment's recent tweet, they ranged between $187 million and $346 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, that's something we kind of speculated on. Is this a manipulative move? Because there really was no main news catalyst other than, some people are going to say and try to say, oh, it's because the government didn't shut down. But in reality, we all know there was a lot of shorts because a lot of people were fearful. And then we see large whale wallets moving money. Kind of reeks a little bit, guys, of some manipulation. But it gets even better because now, as we're seeing price come down, we're about to go to the Bitcoin charts and look at it. But major crypto tracker Whale Alert noticed that several Bitcoin transfers that moved several massive Bitcoin chunks to leading cryptocurrency exchanges, Kraken, Coinbase, and Binance. This is the tweet right here from Whale Alert. 9,895 Bitcoins transferred from unknown wallet to Kraken. So a couple of days ago, we have whales moving money off exchanges. Now we have them moving it back on. You tell me what you think that is. But guys, in my personal opinion, that's manipulation at its finest. Let me know what you think, though, down in the comments. Bitcoin, though, let's take a look at what's happening here. You guys know, just as I discussed yesterday, you cannot get too excited. I think the biggest thing that we talked about was this 200 weekly SMA that everyone was raving about. But, guys, take a look at this real quick for me. Did we clear it with a wick? Yes, we did. But candle body closing right at that 200 weekly. It's a long week we still have to look at, but for right now, do not count your chickens before they hatch. We are rejecting on that 200 weekly. It is not necessarily time yet for a big run. Just so you guys know, though, as well, even though that's not a crazy high pull here for a right shoulder, this would still qualify. Let me take down my SMAs. This would still qualify as a right shoulder movement for a head and shoulders pattern. So this prediction that we have breaking down below this neckline all the way down to 19,300, 19,200, give or take, stays intact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying it absolutely has to happen. I am saying, though, that we've been speculating about a big move for Bitcoin, and we're setting up a very bearish pattern called head and shoulders that could see us do that very, very soon. Let's take a look at the oscillators this morning. You guys can see there just perfectly. So this time, this is kind of the confirmation bulls are not fully in control because we did very healthily respect this overbought peak seeker and red reversal triangle, and we rejected at 28,600, a level that we've been talking about for a very long time. You guys who have been watching day in and day out know the former support level turned to resistance, finally completed what I thought was going to happen by rejecting at that level, and now it very much looks like price is heading to the downside. Now on the 4-hour chart, we are getting some green, not very big histograms, but green histograms on the MVP oscillator, so keep an eye out for a potential bounce. I told you guys yesterday, watch out for between 27.3 and 27.5 for potential support. Wicks came down to 27.3, candle bodies right there at 27.5. Would not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen, if we got a push back up to 28,000 maybe today, maybe later today, but that potentially is starting just a longer downward push. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you guys can see we came back down out of the red cloud. We could get a push back up to that mid-level again around 28,000. That's kind of what I'm watching for with a couple of these shorter time frames of bullish pushes, but I don't think we're going to be able to reclaim and get back up above 28,600, excuse me. I think coming back up to 28,000 total would be pretty good. You guys can see on the hourly chart, lots of green histograms on the MVP oscillator, green reversal triangle. So definitely getting the reversal kind of coming on the lower time frames, but the higher up you go, the more you're seeing the signs that, hey, might not have been the bullish push that we all thought it would and could be. But that's all we have for you guys today. Make sure you go ahead and smash that like button on the way out. Remember that not only is Piper Academy going live today at 9:30, shortly after you're watching this video, but also today at 3 p.m., even though we're not going to be doing our normal live show because T-Shroom will still be out of town, I'm going to be over on Discord. Make sure to check out that Discord link down below, and you can come join and ask some questions. We'll do some more TA. We'll look at Cardano and Ethereum and anything else you guys want to look at. But with that said, that's all I have for you guys in this video. Make sure on your way out to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will see you tomorrow morning.